Hello and welcome. I'm Bimbo Oluede. Tonight, helicopter belonging to Bristol crashes into Lagos Lagoon. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, says 4 people are killed. Eyewitness says the chopper made a loud noise followed by thick smoke before plunging into the lagoon. EFCC accuses Yobe government of bribing INEC to compromise the governorship election result. Massive explosion hits China's northern port city of Tianjin. Scores of people injured.
And on business news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari reiterates his administration's resolve to give utmost attention to boosting power supply in Nigeria.
On sports news tonight, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez named as the final 3 players in the race for the 2014-2015 UEFA Player of the Year.
It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when news filtered in that a helicopter belonging to Bristol has crashed into the Lagos Lagoon. The chopper, carrying 12 people, was from an oil rig in Port Harcourt. An eyewitness account says the crash was preceded by a loud noise and then thick smoke before it went down into the lagoon. In a matter of minutes, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, the police, the Accident Investigation Bureau and other security agencies swung into action for rescue operations. At the end of it all, 6 bodies were recovered alive and taken to the hospital, but 4 could not make it as they were brought out of the lagoon dead. Our correspondent, Yomi Otaigbe, who monitored activities on the lagoon, reports.
Behind me is the lagoon where the Bristol helicopter crashed at about 4 p.m. at the Oworonshoki end of the 3rd mainland bridge.
Here lies some of the belongings of the people on board the helicopter. Indeed, some debris of the aircraft have also been found. Sadly, the biggest casualties are these 4 bodies that have been pulled out of the water. The Lagos State Deputy Governor arrived to assess the situation.
About 6 people have been rescued. They've been taken to the hospital. We've found some that are dead, about 4 of them. Some are still, they're still searching for some 2 bodies. And of course, the operations continues.
Security and rescue emergency agencies from both the federal and Lagos State government are coordinating the rescue mission. Eyewitnesses say the helicopter was in distress before plunging into the lagoon.
We saw when the helicopter was moving, it was moving, later the thing now stopped, it was now turning, later the fan now turned upside down, so the helicopter just went deep into the water. So water just went, everybody was now running, helicopter, people were shouting, helicopter has entered the water. So all those people on boats, stuff, they were looking, those fishermen, they were looking for a way to rescue some people. So they brought out, the first person they brought out, we think is the pilot.
The daylight has given way to darkness, but the security and rescue agencies here say they are going nowhere until the 2 people missing are found.
At this hour, we are able to rescue 6 people. We are still awaiting the manifest, but we were told that there were 12 people on board, but that will be clarified in due course. And we had 4 dead bodies that have been taken to mainland General Hospital. And as I speak to you, there are plans and activities to ensure that the rescue operation continues.
Security and emergency agencies are still likely to work with fishermen like this who have been part of the rescue mission since afternoon to look for the 2 people that are still missing. From the Lagoon area in Oworonshoki, Lagos State, Yomi Otaigbe reporting for Channels Television News.
One of the agencies responsible for the rescue operations today, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, believes that the crash may have revealed the need to have a rescue center around the 3rd mainland bridge area. The zonal coordinator, Southwest Area NEMA, says 12 people were on board the ill-fated helicopter and that only 2 persons are yet to be accounted for.
When you do search and rescue, what is important to you is how many lives have you been able to save. We said 6 have been saved, 4 have been confirmed dead, 2 are still missing. When we now get across to the Federal Airport Authority, who definitely should have the manifest, whether incoming or outgoing flights, we'll be able to tell you company A owns this helicopter and company B hired it, and 1 or 2, 3 things happen to it.
Joining me now on the news at 10 is Engineer Benedict Adeyileka, Director of Airworthiness, NCAA. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you've been part of the investigative team looking into the cause of this tragic incident. Are there any early pointers as to the cause, why the helicopter crashed?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
All right. Well, but the NCAA has been working with NEMA and other agencies. So perhaps you can give us an update about the situation generally and at the crash site.
Point of correction, the Accident Investigation Bureau are in charge of the investigation.
All right.
So they were there, the commissioner was there, and the representative, the directors were there. And they are, what we're primarily concerned at the moment was to make sure that we secure the area, we collect, we have information on the survivors, identifying the survivors, and then we'll start putting the pieces together. We managed to collect some pieces, but we need to go into the lagoon to, sorry, point of correction. The AIB needs to go and put the pieces together.
Yes. Well, the helicopter, we understand the registration number is 5NBDG.
That's correct.
760540 is owned by Bristow Helicopters. Can you tell us anything about the make and capacity of the chopper?
The aircraft is a Sikorsky S-76C+. That is another category of the aircraft. And capacity-wise, it takes, it will take 12 passengers conveniently. Including the crew, and it's an offshore spec aircraft.
Now, what about its age and airworthiness? I think that's your speciality.
Right. Yeah, that's currently we are preparing the preliminary report. I can tell you categorically that the aircraft is airworthy. We can tell you that the aircraft is airworthy, and as far as our record is concerned, the aircraft is serviceable. That's all we can tell you. What actually happened before the crash will be determined by the AIB. The AIB has all the, they have to collect the flight data recorders and the copy voice recorders to transcribe it. So that is their area of specialty to put this together.
Well, according to what our reporter discovered, NEMA believes that the crash may have revealed the need to have a rescue center within the third mainland bridge area. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree with that, because that is a very busy area from the airport that the aircraft overpass. But the crash could have happened anywhere. The point is, at this point, we don't know what happened. And it's very difficult to make assumptions.
Well, we do know that the helicopter was en route from one of the nation's oil rigs in Port Harcourt.
That's correct.
And it was heading to where in Lagos?
It was heading back to base, heading back to Lagos Airport.
All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in on the News at 10 and giving us this information. I'm sure that you'll let us know what is going on as it unfolds.
That's correct.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I've been speaking with Engineer Benedict Adeyileka, Director of Airworthiness, NCAA. In part 2, after the break, I'll be joined by renowned economist Mr. Bismarck Rewani to discuss the CBN's ATM withdrawal limit. Do join us again.